And with that, we have developed that framework of 6 issues, which we are going to refer. Then we talked about the human being, and we could see that self and body, they are 2 different entities. Self is consciousness and body is material. And through the exploration we had this morning, it can be further clear. So many times in our imagination, self and body are mixed up, as we can see, and that's how our desires also get mixed up, and that's how our program for fulfilling the desire also gets mixed up. We are exactly not able to find out whether this is fulfilling the body or the self, right? So we are not able to make out whether this is the need of the body or need of the self or otherwise, neither. It could be the case that I have so many desires, but those desires are neither the need of the self nor the body, right? It could be the case. So that's how I asked you to make a list of desires, not needs, because the need has to be further explored, whether this is actually a need or not. I may have desires to, let's say, 1,000 shoes, for example, right? But that is not a need of the body, not a need of the self also. I may have the desire to travel around, for like there could be so many purposes of that. It may not be a need of the self, need of the body also. But we have to again see, if the purpose is to meet my relatives, this is something to do with the self, and we can see the need for relationship here. But it could be otherwise also. So we have to actually see that human being is coexistence of self and body, right? And the 2 are different entities. Are we able to see that the 2 are different? What do we feel? Like self is there, body is there, they are one and the same, or they are different? Yeah, they are different and coexisting. To be able to explore it only, we talked about the needs and then activities and the responses. Through all this, we are trying to reflect upon their separate being. The being of the self is different from being of the body. The more clarity we have on this part, it will help us decide the need for physical facility and the program for fulfilling the self precisely. So we can see that my needs are going to be fulfilled only by right understanding, right feeling. The needs of the body are going to be fulfilled by physiochemical things. The assuming is there in the self, not the body. The body is material, only having the recognizing and fulfilling. I am having this faculty to know, the faculty to assume, right? So I have to work upon myself primarily. Then we also saw how if I take self to be the body, if I do not understand human being correctly, then I am not able to decide the need for physical facility, and I am always feeling deprived. Whatsoever be the possession of physical facility, I am always feeling deprived, and we get caught up in this loop. The more clarity we have of the self and body, we are able to come out of this loop. Even if I have to plan for the retirement, if I am clear that the needs of the self are different from the needs of the body, I can plan it better. How much food I will require in the old age, how many clothes will I require. If I have made a house of my own, I do not need any money for the house for the old age. I do not need any more money for gadgets and all. And then I can precisely make out how much money will I require. And then when I am on a job today, I can see that for how many years I have to work so that my retirement needs are fulfilled. Otherwise they remain uncertain, indefinite, and we keep on somewhat feeling bad about the job that we are doing. Maybe we are doing so many invaluable things in the job, and we are still unhappy inside, but still we have to feel that I have to continue with this, because how will I take care of myself in the old age? All those anxiety, pressure, fear, dilemma is there because we are not able to see the clarity of difference of self and body. Are you able to see this? What will turn old, self or body? What will happen to the self?
We have feeling of the coexistence could be there for self also.
Yeah, deprivation, this feeling of deprivation is going to be in the self only. The body will lack at the most physical facility. The deprivation will be there in the self. It may be the case that I have adequate physical facility, but I am not providing to the body. For example, I want to look like a 25 years young person in 55 years. I am not providing enough food to the body also, though I have millions of rupees. So the body is not getting adequate food also, so that I can look young. That is quite possible.
Sir, I would like to have a kind of a small clarification, sir. imagine a person has gained weight all of a sudden, and he becomes so very conscious, like he has to reduce his weight. Now, if he starts doing exercise, things will work out. Do you say that it is of self or body?
So why do I want to lose weight?
I'm not comfortable. I'm not comfortable.
Comfortable in terms of
Body.
body.
Okay.
Yeah, so the body is not fulfilling the need as an instrument.
No, but then here I have a kind of a doubt, like body is a tool and self is activating the body. Is it not the self need to be regulated to make the body work? So don't we know, like, it is basically the self which desire that the body should be maintained. That's the reason why due to regulation the body is able to work out.
Yeah, so I have to ensure self-regulation. First of all, how
Exactly.
come my body picked up weight? It might be because of overconsumption, for example, or it could be due to some disease also, like thyroid is one disease where people generally pick up weight, hypothyroid and hyperthyroid, if you see.
Yes.
In one kind of thyroid, people pick up weight. So if the body has picked up weight, then I have to see where did I fall short in my feeling of self-regulation. That I have to make out.
So this is self, right, sir?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So the feeling would always be there in the self. The feeling will always be there in the self. The impact can be on the body. So what we are saying, this feeling of deprivation is always there in the self. What is the problem? The self is not clear about the existence of self and body clearly, separately. And that's how in the self the desires are getting mixed up. And in the self there is a desire for unlimited physical facility, and in the self there is feeling of deprivation. And then one has to come out of this loop. So the more clarity we'll have, we'll see that it might be the case that we have enough physical facility. The very moment I am able to make out my need correctly, I can see that I have more than required. Presently I may assume that I want millions of rupees. The moment I am able to see that food is required for the body, clothes is required for the body, and that is also in a limited manner. So that very exploration in me can make me feel prosperous within a minute, which I might not have been able to ensure throughout my life, because it is to do with the clarity in the self. If I am able to make out how much physical facility I require, right, correctly, then I can also see that I might have enough.
They are same thing, just because the feeling or intention changes can be correct, right? For example, as we see, if I see, oh, I'm looking fat and I'm not looking good, versus if I get right understanding that why my body needs to be.
So for example, what she says, if earlier I didn't have right understanding, so I was feeling, oh, I'm looking fat and I'm looking not good, and that is why I want to lose weight, versus then with the right understanding. So the purpose would remain same, but because the intention and feeling has changed with the right understanding, now my understanding is if my body is not healthy, I will not be able to do participation fulfillment, and so the objective remains same, but because of the feeling or understanding has changed, it has given the different perspective, and then it is right.
Let me modify what you are saying. So here the purpose has changed. Earlier the purpose was that when I am fat I am not looking good, so I am not getting attention of others properly, favorable attention of others. Now the purpose could be that being so much fat is not for the health of the body, it is not conducive to health of the body, so I am trying to now lose weight. Now the two have different purposes. One was to get respect from the other, here now the purpose is to ensure health in the body. So that is fine. Yes, take a mic. Yeah, generally it becomes inactive after some time.
The self and body coexistence. Why I need to separate self separately, body separately? I have one small example. The child happiness depends upon any toy. Automatically the child care about that toy. Likewise, I have my self is available. Automatically I will care my body. Why I have to separate always? Body needs separately and self needs separately.
So that you are able to see.
Here it's a material.
Yeah.
The body is a material to fulfill my instruction, the self instruction. So automatically it will care my body. So why we have to separate body separately, self separately?
so that I am able to ensure happiness in me. If I am not able to see it separately, I may try to ensure happiness through physical facility. For the child, if you can see, the child is trying to get happiness out of toy. I may try to get happiness out of BMW car. But if I can see very much that BMW car is not going to ensure happiness in me. At the most, it can serve as an instrument for the body. Happiness is going to be ensured only through right understanding, right feeling. Then I can make a program definitely. Otherwise, that program will not be definite. Today I saw BMW car, I want to have BMW car. Tomorrow Tesla is coming to India, I want a Tesla car. Tomorrow a friend informed that he is going in a helicopter, I want a helicopter. All the time I am having that confusion, and all the time I am feeling that I am deprived because I am trying to get happiness out of physical facility.
We have clarity and physical facility also. It's enough. It's not unlimited. It's a limited only. I
How?
have clarity also.
How do you see that it is limited?
Okay, for my hungry, so 2 idlis enough, not 5 to 10. So likewise, so I have clarity. So
No, wait.
then I
Let us
can-
go further. Why do you want a BMW car?
No, I don't want BMW
No,
car.
whosoever.
Even I can go by walk also. No, generally, I don't have any expectation. Even everyone is telling plan for the retirement and visit for some place.
Just an example. Why does someone go for a BMW car, for example?
Their happiness depends on like a smooth drive, and they doesn't have a feel of they are traveling. So that much comfortable they are felt. So that's why they are asking, as well as the status wise, social status.
Yeah. Now two are different. Safety, comfort of the body is one thing, right? Status is something else. Now if I try to derive happiness out of status, then my happiness cannot be definite, cannot be continuous. And it will always depend on something outside. The source remains outside. So there is no program for continuity of happiness for me. That is the problem. That is the root problem. If I do not have a program for continuity of happiness for me, I am always trying to get happiness from outside. That we were discussing yesterday, through sensation or through physical, or through favorable feeling of the other. Okay, that we discussed earlier, not in this PPT. So we can see that if I am not able to ensure this right understanding, right feeling in me, then all the time I am trying to have happiness out of physical facility. And through physical facility, either I am trying to get favorable sensation or favorable feeling from others. That is the problem. That's why you need to understand it. Take a mic.
Heard out this, I will think of all these things and I will act accordingly. But why should I think of?
Take a mic first.
Okay. So actually I consider that what her doubt is, I will consider all these things, I'll have a right feeling, right understanding, everything is fine. But still, why can't I consider self and body as a single entity instead of coexistence?
Yeah. Yes. So you are saying not mixing up. I am having right understanding, I am having right feeling, still I am not having understanding of self and body. How is that right understanding ensured then? So right understanding not something like an information got from outside. Right understanding essentially means having all this clarity about the consciousness, about the material, about submergence.
Yes, like I understand that this body is a material. This body is given for me to fulfill my need. Like based on my instruction, it is going to work. Okay, it is a material to fulfill my thing. So obviously,
if something is happening to my body, obviously the sufferer is going to be myself. Even if someone is hurting my body, so the pain is felt by myself only.
Wait.
Obviously, like whatever I am taking care of my body, it is for myself, because if this material exists, then only I can fulfill what I want through this material.
But if there is pain in the body, is it sure that I am going to be unhappy?
No.
Find it out. If there is pain in the body and I get unhappy, can I be happy in continuity? I was coming from the door, somebody stepped on my foot. It was pain in the foot. Will I get unhappy out of it?
No,
if my happiness is so uncertain, anybody can step on my foot and I become unhappy, then how can my happiness be definite and continuous?
Sir.
Yeah, wait, she's not resolved. Yes.
No, the thing is, again, the feeling is felt by me.
Yes.
Right. Then
But
I have to make a right program. Like then how to handle that situation. Then I should take care of my body when I am walking around in the crowd. Then how can I save my body? Because
pause here. Whenever you are saying my body, it means either you are clear that you are not the body. You are there and body is there.
Yeah.
Otherwise, in place of saying my body, you will say that it is me. I got hurt. I got pained. So whether this is my body or it is me only, that clarity has to be there. Sometimes we keep on saying certain things out of some notion. We say my body. We are not clear when we are saying my body, where am I? Am I a part of the body? Am I different from the body?
Sir, can I add a point?
Yes.
Though self and body is coexistence, I think we need to know the differentiation, then only we can have right planning. For example, if you want to stay happy, okay, and you need to know the difference between happiness and physical facility. So only when you know the difference between these two,
Yes.
we will not confuse with that, right?
We feel that everything is self. Like whatever we do, it's for ourselves. That is the thought I am having.
Yeah, so 1 minute. When you are saying it is the self, is that self same as the body or different from the body? Fine. Is it the same as the body or different from the body? Are you able to see it or only assuming it? No, are you seeing it or assuming it?
Because like mentally, like I can say, like mentally, the clarity is different. I feel like
See, if you are not able to see it as it is, you are assuming it. The assumption can be deep. It is a conditioning. So long as you are assuming without knowing, it is only a conditioning. You are sitting in this hall attending UHV workshop, this conditioning is working. Tomorrow you go outside and somehow you are not connected to the UHV program, the conditioning may get lost. Some other conditioning may rule. So long as I am not come to know and I am only assuming, it is only a conditioning. Is that clear? वो मान्यता ही है. If I am not able to know and I am assuming something, that assuming may be in line with the right proposal, but still it is only a conditioning. It is only assuming. Knowing is not ensured. And so far, knowing is not ensured, you may get caught up in this loop, today or tomorrow. So for example, है ना? One common fear is fear of death. Fine.
Sir?
So if I am able to see that it is only the body that is going to die, not the self. But is it something that I have to assume out of something I have learned from the textbooks, something that I have learned in the workshop, something that I have heard, or is it something that I know for sure? That self is continuous, body is temporary. Have I assumed this or I can see it correctly? No. Again, keep it open.
Sir, body is visible, so everybody can visualize. So everybody can see our body. So we can also see our body.
Yeah, mobile.
So if I'm walking,
Madam, keep the mobile. Yeah. So it so happens though that sometimes we are busy chatting with the other and sometimes again we wake up and then start asking, yes.
so if I am getting hurt, so any object hits me, I am able to see the wound on my body. So I am able to visualize that. Whatever we are talking about self, when my self gets wounded, how can I visualize the wound? Because of the wound in myself, I am getting irritated and I have a lot of problems. I lost my sleep and my eyes are also paining.
So you are already visualizing.
Losing my smile. How can I separate that?
No, you are already visualizing. You close your eyes and you start seeing all the pain inside. That loss of respect, that loss of affection, that mistrust, that feeling of getting hurt, opposition, irritation, all that we can see. These are all wounds in the self.
Yes, we want to heal that.
No, I want to come out of it. You want to see it as well as you want to come out of it. Why do you want to continue with this?
Lot of healer workshops are being conducted.
I am not saying that this is a healing. Yeah. You want to come out of it? No. No, earlier she was saying that I am not how to visualize it. So that was one. Now healing, no? Yeah, this is also interesting. Essentially when you say healing, you want to ensure this happiness. There is some disconnect here. This is showing but that is not showing. वहाँ पे आ गया, यहाँ पे नहीं आ रहा है. No, the previous slide. Yeah. So you want to ensure happiness in you. Healing essentially means I want to come out of unhappiness. And that essentially means I want to be happy, and that too in continuity. For that only we are having this kind of exercise. See, the more we are able to explore the right proposal, the more we are able to explore into our current state of being, we are able to transform. That's why we ask where you are getting transformed and where you are getting stuck. So you yourself have to see where you are getting stuck. What is that you are not able to overcome?
No, I can understand. But the thing is, self is invisible, no? Self is invisible.
That is a separate issue. Being visible, invisible. See, invisible from your eyes. Okay? But that is there.
For whom it is visible?
For you only.
But
Only
it is
that
not
you have to
visible
develop
from my
that.
eyes.
Ji? Not from the eyes. See, eyes can see certain. Can you see an atom with your eyes? But the atom is there. You are also there. You may not see yourself with the eyes. Because eyes have a different kind of property. That property will not work for the consciousness. Fine. Is that clear? No? Okay. Nice. Something is there very deep. Yes, again. Next. Yeah. So, this is something that we are going to do as an exercise also. How I am coexisting with the body. Right? Now, it so happens that in the workshop you get some information. Then through discussion you do some exploration. The next thing is direct observation. Can I directly observe myself? Can I directly observe my body? Now how do you make out that the body is there? By looking at your body. I can see that yes, hands are there, legs are there, so I say the body is there. But can there be other way of looking at the body? So if I observe the sensation from the body, right, I can observe that the body is there. So I can directly observe myself. I can directly observe the body. So that competence has to build up. So gradually what we are doing, presently we are just listening to a proposal, then analyzing the proposal, then imaging a life with that proposal. But what is next is direct observation. Can I directly observe the self? Can I directly observe the body? So this is something that we are going to do as an exercise, right? Today also and day after also. So we are going to do that as an exercise. But during that exercise we can see that yes, I am there, body is there. I am giving some instruction to the body, like get up, walk, talk, whatever. And I am reading the sensation from the body, sensation of pain, itching, etc. And this instruction to the body is in the form of information. That sensation from the body is again in the form of information. So the transaction that is taking place in between me and the body is only of information. No material transaction is taking place. And every time I am deciding to read the sensation from the body and to send instruction to the body. And I have to see this.
So here the self is, we are talking about the soul or the mind.
You. You are the self.
Yeah, it's the soul or the mind.
So basically these two words are there. Essentially if you see, to refer to the faculty of knowing, okay, where we say inner conscience is there. We refer it to be soul, and the faculty of imagining, that we refer to as mind generally. So when say mind and soul, so we'll talk about it. That block B1, where the right understanding is possible, that is termed as soul, and block B2, where imagination is taking place, that is termed as mind.
Can we control the self? Can we keep the self in a nest and see what it is doing, whether it is dancing or jumping or galloping or...
What is jumping? Self or body? See, we have to be here. So you can observe the self. There is no need to control the mind. What is needed is to have the right understanding, right feeling in the mind. I'll come to that. All that.
Bhaiya, so in that case, this first two lines, the self is giving some instruction to the body. So the self here is the brain, because the brain gives instructions to the nervous system. It gives instructions to the muscle cells to get up and walk. In the same way, the self is reading some sensations. So it's again afferent muscle. So
let us do one thing in between. See,
it's the nervous system that's working there. It's a completely body, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll come to that. Let us not form two rows with the chairs, no? I cannot see the person sitting on the back side. Please make at least only one row. No. You come to the forward. Come forward to the mattress or something, or take a chair there. Otherwise, talks would be taking place in that crowd, and then interaction will be retarded. Yeah, chairs are here in the front also. Please come here. Please. If you are sitting on the back side, that is not serving the purpose. Because I will keep on taking the content forward, and then you will ask something which has already been discussed. There also, you can come to the front. Come this side. AC, okay. And ma'am is also doing something. You are taking notes? Doing some other work. Then how will you understand? You see, I think, please come here. Be here. Yeah. So, self and brain are two different things. Brain is a part of the body. It is physiochemical. I am the self. So, I am sending instruction to the brain, and then brain is further transmitting it to the rest of the body. This is something that I have to understand. When I say that self is the brain, then it means I am assuming the human being to be merely the body. That's why I am stressing on this point since yesterday. We are missing the point. Human being is not merely the body. Brain is a part of the body. Self is different from the body. Self is not a part of the brain. Brain is not a part of the self.
So self, how do we define? Self is mind as well as the soul, is it?
Yeah.
Both together?
Yeah.
Soul and the mind.
Yeah. Fine? So this is something that we discussed till yesterday, that I am the seer, I am the doer, I am the enjoyer. That also means that it is not the brain which is the seer, doer, enjoyer.
Where this activity takes place in the brain, which is in the body.
Yeah, first settle down because people are moving here and there. Yeah. Some problem? Acha. No, but listen to me also, otherwise discussion will go in any direction. Cramps, no? Take a chair here. Yeah, please take a chair. Don't go to the back side. Better take a chair here. No, take a chair here. Comfortably you can sit. Acha, ठीक है.
Where this thought is direction, it takes place in the brain itself.
No.
This activity happens.
I'll come to that. So I can see that self is central to human existence and body is merely an instrument of the self. Can you see this?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
I have doubt. Here, sir.
Yeah.
Self and the mind. Both are different, no, sir. Self is separate. Mind is a bundle of thoughts, right? It is arising in the self.
This is the next part we are going to discuss.
Okay, sir.
I'll clarify that. So let us be very clear, without having this clarity of self and body, if I go to discuss self further, the basic confusion will continue. So be clear and at least try to, like, I am just proposing it here. So brain is a part of the body. It is an instrument of the body. It is one just organ of the body. Like we have heart, lungs, similarly brain is there, right? And we can all see that the brain is a part of the body. What we are saying here, I am different from the brain. I am not the brain. I am there as a separate entity. And we have to observe it.
But when brain dead, brain is dead. We are dead.
Who is dead?
Body is dead.
Body is dead. Yeah, fine. You are not dead.
There I am.
Where you are right now?
That's right. Some form of another.
Yes, that you have to locate where you are. Even now when the brain is active, when the body is active, where are you? Even at this moment, where are you? You are there with the body or not there with the body? While being with, there with the body, are you a part of the body or different from the body? Unless this clarity is there, no, whatever I talk about the self, it will not be clear, because we will go back to the same conditioning again, that is all happening in the brain, while brain is a part of the body. So that's why we are reiterating that this self and body are different. But again, take it as a proposal only, keep on exploring, right, and we'll do some exercises also, so that you can be little more observant about the reality. So I can see that it is essentially me who wants to live, and I want to live with continuous happiness. Body I am using as an instrument, and for the body I am requiring physical facility. And I am requiring physical facility only for three purposes, right? For nurturing the body, protecting the body, and rightly utilizing the body. And for that, my program in my life is very limited to do with the physical facility. I can also see that it is essentially me who understands. It is me who decides. It is me who understands. It is me who decides. It is me who becomes happy or unhappy. Body is only material as an instrument to the self.
Why we said I am not the thought?
I am not the?
Thought. They say I am not the thought. I am the one who is observing.
Yeah, I will come to that. Basically, the thought is there in me. When I am saying I am not the thought, you are trying to refer to some higher level activity. But the thought is there in me.
But where this activity happens, you will tell me.
Yes. When I discuss about the self. So if you are clear about this part, I can go to the next part. If is still some confusion or some question is there, then fine. It's not that just by listening to something for 1.5 hours, we are going to be perfectly clear. It could be either at the level of thought only, but the direct observation is due. That knowing is still due. We may still be delving in the domain of assuming, isn't it? And we do continue with that. Yeah.
Bhaiya, I have this question. Like, if self is going to travel and it's going to take some information that it has gained in this life, so
let us not go for past life. Let us be here.
Yeah. Future life.
Let us first observe what is going on here. Then we can be clear about the past and the future, both.
What does the soul imprint itself in itself? What is the self imprint in itself?
I'll come. Let us be clear about the self and body, then we'll talk about the self in detail. This is the next part. So this is the self. This is you. Self means you. Self means I. So body is here. I am transacting information with the body. Within me, I can see that there are activities going on. This is something that we have discussed in introductory as well as UHV-2 workshop, but we can discuss it further in detail. So within me, I can see that I have expectation, and that essentially means that I am selecting and testing. Within me, I have the faculty of thought, right? And I am analyzing and comparing. I have desire. I have desire, and that essentially means that I am imaging. So within me all these activities are going on, and these are the powers in me. The power to desire, the power to think, the power to expect. And these activities are already going on in me. Power essentially, yeah, the capacity to do this. Yes. And this is all happening in me, not the brain, not the body. Right?
So where this?
Take the mic.
So just where in me, like where this activity
Where are you?
coexistent.
Yeah, coexistence, fine. See, you can see that your body is sitting here. Fine? My body is standing here. Okay, I am speaking. So where am I? I am there with the body. If body is here, I cannot be there. So I am there with the body, but I am not a part of the body. I am there with the body.
No, but when you say that physically you are there and otherwise you are not there, but it is coexistence. So then when I am
It
where
means
I am,
that
when
in
I am-
your desire, something else is going on. For example, I am proposing something from here, right? But you have some concern about the family. So you are not listening to me, you are thinking about your family. So your point of attention has gone to the family, but you are here. If you are thinking about dinosaurs in the past, not that you have gone to the past, right? You are just thinking about this. So this imagination has a content, and this content is changing from time to time, but the activity is continuous. Yeah, and what is mind? So again, see this. Let me write all those words. Otherwise, it will not be clear. Let us be clear, self and body. So, body has many parts in which brain is also there. Self has mind. So the mind is there. Yeah, I can write there also. So when we are using the word mind, when we are saying mind, it is essentially to do with this. This we term as mind. Sir, see, listen here. When we are saying mind, you are trying to refer to this. So you say that in my mind, activities are going on. I am analyzing, I am comparing, I am testing. When you are trying to have mindfulness, then what you are trying to do? You are trying to observe what is going on in the imagination. So this block of imagination we term generally as mind. This is one meaning given to mind. The other meaning given to mind is when you are just referring to expectation. So मिटेगा? Okay, clear all. Pen. Black. Thicker, you are saying.
It's a pencil. It's a painting. Just take it out.
But it is still green. Black is.
I have chosen.
This one?
This one is we have 3. Here also we have 3.
Clean all. Yes.
Yes, better, sir.
Is that clear? And self and body are different. So basically, when you are referring to this imagination, it is sometimes referred to as mind, right? And there is another dimension of mind. So this is being referred to as block B2, this is being referred to as block B1. So within me, I can see that there are two blocks. One is block B1, the other is block B2. Please don't talk, see here. In the block B2, I have imagination, right? This is referred to as mind. In block B1, I can have right understanding, right? And this is sometimes referred to as soul, block B1. So when you say soul and mind, so mind is generally referred to this imagination, soul is generally referred to this inner conscience, or this faculty to understand, faculty to realize the existence as coexistence, where I am having natural acceptance. So this B1 is generally referred to as soul, B2 is referred to as mind. Sometimes mind is referred only to the faculty of expectation, selecting and testing, and soul is referred only to as this faculty to realize, the upper row, this authentication realization. This is another meaning given to soul. The third meaning given to soul is the whole self. So when you say Atma Amar hai, soul is indestructible, then we are referring to this whole self, because the self is indestructible, right? So there are three connotations, three meanings given to soul. One, the complete self. Second, block B1. Third, the activity of realization. Similarly, there are two connotations with the mind. One, the complete block of imagination. Second, the expectation. Sometimes we also say mind and body. Then there we are referring mind to be complete self. That is also possible. So in the literature you will find all these usages, whether it is the self or the imagination or expectation, whether it is the self or block B1 or realization. So you have to be clear, and when you go to study the modern era psychology, you will find a lot of things coming out, where unless this clarity is there, we will not have the clarity further. So we will be using all those words, but we have to be very clear about that. Yeah. Is that fine? But again, I am saying that take it as a proposal and keep on verifying. And whenever you are reading some book of psychology or philosophy, some spiritual text, whatever, then there also you can be very clear what it is talking about. Is it the self or the body? Within the self, it is block B1 or block B2. We are simply referring it as block B1 and B2, so that we do not get conditioned. If I use the word soul or mind or something, we may draw some connotation from some other source, and then that will keep on continuing and disturbing our exploration. So to keep it completely fresh as an exploration, we are using the word simply block B1 and block B2. Fine, na? So this is one thing to observe. So observe few things here. Body is there, I am there. I am not the body. I am exchanging only information with the body. This is the second thing to observe. That my interaction with the body is only in the form of this information exchange.
We can transfer the self to other bodies.
One by one. Let us go one by one. Let us understand this first. So, second thing to observe is that, and this is something that we will do in exercise 2, there is information exchange between me and the body. Third thing is to see that I am active. There are some activities going on in the body, right? and I can see what activities are going on. So within the activities I can see that there is desire, this is thought, this is expectation. So I am having activities within me, and those activities are to do with desire, thought and expectation. That I can see separately, clearly. Next thing to see is that all these activities are continuous, isn't it? They are going on every moment, but observe it. Try to see whether this is happening only sometime or every moment. Try to observe it. The next thing to see is what is the source of this imagination. Where is it coming from? Is it coming from preconditioning? The object of imagination. Okay? The content of imagination. Where is it coming from? So it can have three sources: preconditioning, sensation and natural acceptance. So sensation means that I am getting some information from the body, right? And that is becoming the source of my imagination. The second possibility is that I am preconditioned to think in a particular way. I have assumed something to be my happiness, assume something to be prosperity, assume something about my relationships, assume something about the society, about the nature, about the existence, right, about mankind, and with that assumption my imagination is working. That is my preconditioning. Preconditioning means through some sources, through some incidences or information from outside, I analyzed and gave a meaning to it. For example, I gave somebody 100 rupees and he did not return back. Next time when I asked, he just said that I never took. And then I derived a conclusion from there that no one is trustworthy. What is happening? Some incident took place in my life. I derived one conclusion out of my own analyzing and comparing, that no one is trustworthy. Now this becomes a conditioning in me. The conclusion could also be that this particular person took 100 rupees and did not give me back. Okay? This person doesn't have the right understanding. But what I concluded, no one is trustworthy. This is something that I keep on building in myself. I gave 100 rupees to him and he returned back. I will say that every person in this college is trustworthy. I am deriving some conclusions in me. That becomes a conditioning in me. We will see how conditionings do take place in the self. Right? Similarly, from sensation I am trying to derive happiness. We saw some examples yesterday also. Through sound, touch, form, taste and smell, we try to derive happiness. So that becomes another source of my imagination. And the third source is my natural acceptance, basically the block B1, which is presently not active, but it is reflecting all the time in me in terms of natural acceptance. So even though I have not come to have right understanding, when I ask myself what is naturally acceptable to me, I can get the right answer. That is another source of my imagination. The thing to observe is whether my imagination is coming from preconditioning or sensation or natural acceptance. This is one exercise that we'll do after lunch. We'll have that list of exercises, we'll form some groups and try to do this so that we are able to see whether I am conditioned to think like this, whether I am trying to derive my desire from sensation, or is it coming from my self-exploration. It is very important. The point is that if I am trying to have my desires through sensation or preconditioning, then there is no definiteness of happiness, there is no continuity of happiness, and I am dependent on something outside for my happiness. But if the desire is coming from natural acceptance, then I can be happy in continuity. But this is something to be found out within me. So you might be remembering that diagram, no, where a large share of my imagination is coming from preconditioning or sensation, and that could be the case. So like we had this list of desires shared in the morning today, right? And then we can go and further analyze from where is the desire coming from, where the desire is coming from. Is it the sensation or the natural acceptance or the preconditioning? That is very important to know. If my desire is coming from preconditioning or sensation, then there is no definiteness of happiness, there is no continuity of happiness. So what I need to do, I need to develop the upper faculty in me, the block B1, so that I can be definite about my happiness. Yes ma'am, you were asking something at that time. Yeah, please. Take a mic.
Sir, about the same, soul and the self, sir.
Okay,
Self,
that is clear.
I understood, yes.
Yeah, fine. So soul and mind. Now this part is referred to as soul, the upper block, and the lower is referred to as mind. This is fine. So for example, let us take some example. Let's say, I generally give one example. So like we have the Sansthan at Kanpur, and by the Sansthan there is a village called Gorha. So in that village, one person is there who was a lineman. He has got retired now, and he was on a government job. Now that whole village is populated by masons, people who make houses. So this person, out of his income, constructed a single story building for him, single story house. And the person in the neighborhood, he was a mason, he has enough skill, he only had to arrange for material and labor, and he constructed a double story house. Now his children started saying that, see, you were in a government job, right? The only person in the village who has a government job, and this person in our neighborhood is a mason, a day-to-day, daily wage earner. He has built a double story house. We are living in a single story house. It is something humiliating for us in the village. So let us go for a double story house. So his children insisted that he should be spending all his saving and construct a double story house. So this person did the same. Now he had 5 rooms on the ground floor. Now he has 5 rooms on the top floor. But by the time his house got built, right, spending all his money, his sons got on a job and moved outside. Daughters got married and moved to their in-laws' place. Now this husband and wife in old days are living in that house, having 10 rooms and not having enough to survive, because their PF got spent on constructing that house. Now this is a preconditioning that since I am in a government job, my house has to be bigger than the neighbor who is a daily wage earner. Right? So we may have so many desires in us or so many conditionings in us which is dominating our imagination. Now the second possibility is that this person went to the marriage of a relative, and there he saw a house in the city, pink color and all that, very shiny look, right, with a lot of things outside, a big bungalow type, and he got mesmerized by the look of the house. And he says that why to live in a village anymore, I will also move to the city, right. Now if it is getting mesmerized by the look of a house in the city and then getting the desire to purchase a new house, where is the desire coming from? Sensation. So we can see where is my desire coming from. Now if it is operating from natural acceptance, I can see that we are 2 people going to live in the old age. There are 5 rooms in the house. Even if my daughter-in-law, son-in-law are coming, they can happily live here in these 5 rooms. Then the person would not have spent all these saving to get a new house or to get a new story in the house. If the desire is coming from natural acceptance, it will have definiteness, it will have harmony. If the desire is not coming from natural acceptance, it can have this kind of randomness, disharmony. So we have to make out in our life what are the desires that we are having and where is it coming from, right? If it is coming from preconditioning, there is no definiteness that it is going to ensure harmony in my life. If it is coming from sensation, there is no definiteness that it is going to ensure harmony in my life. If it is coming from natural acceptance, then it can be possible. But again, I have to understand this further. Let me take another example. Let's say you are sitting in your house, right, and comfortably living in your house. Very morning you are taking coffee, in your balcony, and your neighbor comes in a shining and a bright red car, right, and parks in front of the house, and you get mesmerized by the look of the car, and you feel that now I should also be having a car like this. You may have that, anyone can have that desire. Now where is the desire coming from? Sensation. You go to some party and you go by an auto and get down, only 2 people come to receive you. Another person comes in long, bright, this shining car, and so many people come to receive him with gifts and garlands. And then you feel that, okay, I was not respected. If I also came in that car, I would have been respected. And you get the desire for a car, that kind of car. Where is the desire coming from? Preconditioning. because I am associating that physical facility to happiness, to respect. It may be the case that people are coming to garland him and receive him, but nobody is respecting him. That could be possible. And those who are coming to receive you, only 2 people only, but they have good relation with you and they are having affection for you. That is also possible. Yes.
Bhaiya, yes, I could, through the exploration, I could find that the need of the self and body coexistence. Since it is mentioned as we have the power of keeping our self in under desire, thought, expectation. But one time I am overruled, I come out of the preconditioning and believing that what is correct. But second time, I am going back around the activity under imagining, analyzing, comparing, proposal to proposal. One time I am coming to the conclusion, other time it is changing. So what is influencing me to shift from that activity?
Wait. No use of mobile, please. See, you are working on mobile. Next time you will ask a question. Yeah, please.
So sometimes, for example, today we have one car, Bhaiya, that is working very good. So because of this our approach, so I am not trying to buy new car. But suddenly, if I am going somewhere, I am thinking, okay, we can change our car, we should buy a car. So that is my thought is running behind this case and that case. So what is influencing me to shift? But one time I am understanding nicely. That is for many proposals. I am coming to the conclusion, yes. Same way with some others influence, I am changing. So the exploration is not good with me. That is the problem.
See, that is a common problem.
Okay.
So we are all in that process. Okay. So sometimes we are getting the desire from natural acceptance, sometimes from preconditioning, sometimes from sensation, right? Yes. But the share of your imagination through natural acceptance gradually goes up. So earlier the way you got influenced by looking at somebody's garments, somebody's gadgets, somebody's instruments, you are not getting influenced in that manner. Now.
Yes.
So some shift is taking place.
Yes.
But the total clarity is not there.
Okay.
So sometimes you again get caught up. For example, you are sitting comfortably on a weekend in your house and you feel that I have enough. And a friend comes to your house and he says that I have booked a plot on the Chengalpattu road. And it cost me only this many rupees, 5,000 rupees per yard, per square yard. Why don't you go for it? And this person took tea with you and left. This person has gone, but your imagination got caught up. That such a cheap or whatever less costly plot is available. Why should I go for that? Now I am not able to make out whether that I require this plot or not at all. I have enough. I have enough to live as a house in terms of clothes, in terms of food. But start thinking of something. If I purchase this plot, then maybe it will benefit my children. Not today, but maybe 10 years hence. Then I have some feeling of relationship. Now what I have to do for the relationship, I am not clear. Right? Whether my relationship is going to be fulfilled by right understanding, right feeling, or by purchasing a plot for my children. So I may go for purchasing a plot and then again start feeling, I was earlier feeling prosperous, now I start feeling deprived because I do not have enough money. So anyone comes and shares some information with me and I am governed, I am dictated by that information and becomes a desire in me. You are planning for the marriage of your daughter, for example, in the city comfortably. Somebody says that I booked the marriage palace on that particular place and hotel in this particular hotel, Taj Hotel, and I planned this way, that way. We had these many ceremonies. After sharing all this information, the person has left. Now start thinking, can I also celebrate in that manner? Earlier your budget was 10 lakh for the marriage. Now the budget has gone to 50 lakhs. And if your daughter also listens to this and says that, Mama, why don't you try for this? Right?
But yeah,
then you are under pressure.
Actually, this has happened in last week, same example what you took. Right from morning, I thought of to ask that. So that we are living in 3 BHK, 2 BHP, that is enough. So that we should not buy, or I should not buy one more home or plot. We are thinking, my son may use that. Like that, I am saving now. And then I am buying one plot. I'm planning actually. Thinking that if he is completing his college days, he may build a house in that area. By the time that area will be developed. So that is, for that I am collecting money. I am making ready of some lakhs now. So that I am in a confusion whether I should do that or not also.
Oh, so by fluke I shared the right example.
Yes, Bhaiya? Yes.
Yeah, see again, like there is a common saying in Bihar and UP, we say in Hindi, Poot saput to kyo dhan sanchay, Poot kaput to kyo dhan sanchay. If your child is having right understanding, right feeling, then why to store for the child? And if the child is not having right understanding, then why at all to store for the child?
Because somehow my parents gave me that I am enjoying now, using it for right way. That way I am thinking for my kids.
Yeah, there also, first of all I have to make a program for right understanding of my child.
Okay.
Then fulfillment of relationship with the child. And the third priority is physical facility. If the first two have been taken care of, then you can make that program. Otherwise, it may be the case that you purchase a plot for the child, for example. The child built a house on his own, on that plot. He got married, and now he is no longer allowing you to enter the house. That is also possible. This is happening. Where is your elder son? He is in New York. Where is the younger son? He is in Bangalore. Where are you? I am in old age home.
So we
This
can
is quite possible.
Okay, Bhaiya. So we can save that money now.
I'll say that first of all make the program for right understanding of the son.
Okay, Bhaiya.
Yeah. So let us set this priority for ourselves as well as our family. Because it so happens that we keep on arranging physical facility for the family, right? I'll share one example. This is with one of the volunteers.
Example, it may work, Bhaiya. You are telling in your like one place, the 10 rooms are free now. For many cases, we are seeing some people are progressing because of that kind of having. One of my colleagues telling like, I bought this land for only for 200 per square feet. Now it is 2000 per square feet. So that money I am using it for some necessity now. That story also we are seeing in the society. So I am also thinking, yes, in this land if we are buying something, sometime it may be helpful where many are lacking to face some money.
Fine. See, I am not
like
prescribing that one should not be purchasing a house alone. I am only saying make out the need for physical facility for today and tomorrow, the rest of the life also. And for that you have to see how I can make sure that physical facilities are enough. For that, this could be one way. Some other ways could be possible. It could also be possible that even if I do not go for this, I have enough. So I have to make out for myself how many rooms I require in the house, right? How many facilities I require in the house. If they are more than required, well and good. I will not get influenced by somebody. So again, I am not saying that I asked you and did not allow you to purchase the land.
But I feel like because, like as you said, by developing the right understanding and natural acceptance, we can make life simple. I am thinking, yes. Like every time I feel that because of this not exploring thing, we are making our life tough. Like collecting money from many people, I am getting loan. Then developing, as you said, developing the right understanding with our kid or myself, we can make it a simple. I am feeling.
I can see people around me, how they are getting caught up. Throughout the life, they are only paying EMI, right? They do not have time for right understanding, no time for health, no time for doing anything outside their close family. All the time, running after physical facility. And they have lost the purpose. Where is the self getting developed? There is no development in the self. They have no time for right understanding. See, that's why that analysis is very important. Something that we are exploring yesterday and even today. The difference of self and body. And to be able to see that the need for physical facility is limited. Unless we are able to see this, we are always caught up in that loop of deprivation. And we do not have time to develop this. The upper block remains inactive. And you can see that body is temporary. Physical facility is temporary. You are going to continue. So what have you gained in your life? The body is gone, physical facility is gone, and the self remains as it is. Where is the development? If there is no development taking place in the self, then I have not attained anything in my lifetime. Living for 80 years, let's say. The right understanding could not get developed, right feeling could not get developed. So I am still enslaved by preconditioning and sensation. And I am unhappy within, unfulfilled within.
To support, I can say the practicing of exercise 1 and 2 in our morning meeting, it is very much helpful, Bhaiya. We could avoid, like we can reduce this type of confusion through, in my experience, that exercise 1 and 2, that is very much helpful to get clarity through our content.
Yes.
Thank you, Bhaiya. Thank you.
5 minutes, hai na? Yeah. So we have to make out for yourself. I am not giving any more example because we can see through our own life. And when we do that exercise, then we can see further how our imagination is getting dictated by preconditioning or sensation. Right? But there is a potential in me to develop. This is the potential that I can see for myself. Now when this potential is not being utilized and I am dictated by preconditioning or sensation, then my thought is unguided. So whenever I am comparing with unguided senses, health and profit. So when I have to make choices, then my thought is unguided. So for example, when I think in terms of physical facility and my senses are unguided, I may go for more and more sensual pleasures. Now just see, people have not constructed a house, let's say costing 1 lakh crore rupees. Now they are spending 20 lakh rupees for interior decoration. That 1 crore house is not enough. And every 5 years they are changing the interior decoration. Why? For senses. And spending so much. So that senses may be unguided. Right? Then I may try to consume as much as possible for the body. So I may have enough physical facility, but I have a desire to consume more. So when I go to think about physical facility, I plan to consume more and more. Right? So I plan to consume 1000 houses. That is leading to accumulation. Having 1 house is enough for the body, but I am planning to have 1000 houses. Why? Similarly, when I have to exchange physical facility, I am thinking of just profit maximization. I am not thinking of relationship. So let me tax the other as much as possible. Right?
Bhaiya, why in the expectation only we have that sensation, not this health and profit in the expectation level? Because I am expecting profit also, no? Because of comparison with the other, it is kept it in a thought, or why it is not mentioned in the thought?
So this testing essentially is taking place in coordination with the body. So from there I am getting sensation and they are unguided. Analyzing is taking place here at the level of thought. So there that profit and health is coming in picture. So when I have to exchange physical facility, I am always thinking in terms of taking more and more from the other. Not sharing with the other, not nurturing the other. So that would be the case when this thought is unguided. जिसका प्रिय हित and लाभ. So how to get as much sensation as possible, how to consume as much as possible, how to make as much profit as possible. And if you look at the modern day economy, it is working on these 3 grounds mostly. How to maximize profit by hook or by crook. Okay? How to consume more and more by any means. How to get as much sensual pleasure as I can by any means. So this is unguided. And then of course the sensation is I am getting from the body, and my testing is unguided. So with this unguided sensation at the level of expectation, unguided senses, health and profit at the level of thought, this imagination is unguided, dictated by preconditioning and sensation.
As far as UHV is concerned, so we must have proper proposals, flawless proposals and flawless programs, proper expectations, proper desires. Are we making, are we considered as AI machines?
No.
And because it is running flawless programs and non-erroneous programs and giving good results, flawless results. Because
It's not about artificial intelligence, it's about wisdom. Machine cannot be wise. Machine can at the most be intelligent. We are trying to be wise by looking into the purpose.
we can be wise, but we have to control our thoughts. Sometimes my thoughts are walking, running, flying, sailing.
Yeah, that's why, no, see, your thoughts are unguided. So it's not to control the thoughts, rather to develop this right understanding here. When the right understanding is developed, it is naturally guided by right understanding. Being unguided and controlling is very painful. For example, you see that vehicle and you get mesmerized the vehicle, and then you start closing your eyes and then saying to yourself, no, I will not purchase, no, I will not purchase. This is controlling the mind.
Even sometimes we are not able to control.
Yeah, because they are unguided, no. I am saying I will not get influenced at all by the car if I have the right understanding.
How can we be 100% perfect?
Pardon?
How can we be 100% perfect?
Start being more perfect, then we'll see how to be 100% perfect. Yes. Yeah. Join the weekly meeting and the morning sessions. Yes.
You can ask who are all attending weekly meeting.
Yeah. Weekly meeting. Yeah.
Bhaiya,
This is a very important point actually. This, unless we are working on things consistently, we'll keep having these kind of questions. Next time we meet in another workshop, we may have these kind of questions. So we have to do the homework, and that homework has to be done continuously. So not only from one workshop to another workshop, and just in between the workshops, it has to be done every moment. Weekly meeting will help you to draw your attention at least once a week. Then if you join the morning session, it will draw your attention every day. And then when you get self-motivated, then you can do that exercise. Be aware every moment. So that journey you have to make yourself.
Is there a possibility I have those morning sessions in the evening? Because by morning we have our bus by 6:50.
That is understandable, yeah.
And that to English is in 5 to 6. Hindi again 6 to 7. Because 5 is very difficult. Even by traveling, although we can understand Hindi, but that becomes very difficult for us.
One possibility is there that we share the recording of the morning in the evening.
Listening that is different, but we exactly on
Yeah, of
we are
course.
ready to discuss. Every week if we are coming, we are ready to discuss morning meeting session.
This morning happening, it is going to be every evening, then we will be able to have it. Because morning being everybody cooking and coming.
Yeah, see, if you are not asking questions and you are only listening.
Yeah, only listening that is becoming boring, but we are not also coming.
At least weekly meeting, SR regional, Monday 8 to 9. இல்லம்மா 8 to 9 o'clock Monday. எப்பயாச்சும் உங்களை நம்பி நான் ஈவினிங் மீட்டிங் போட்டுட்டு வரலன்னா நான் என்ன பண்றது? See, regional weekly meeting is happening every 8 o'clock to 9:15 just for all these doubt clearance what has been discussed here.
I have attended Sunday.
Monday evening. That is for we started with SRM first and we expanded to whole SR. It is going really great. 40-45 participants.
Committing for evenings, by the resource person is also difficult because they also have some activities in the evening. And we have several other projects and activities for which we have to have meeting.
So we can join the meeting by 5 6. But the problem is half I listen, then I then do something else, I'll miss what is happening 5 to 6.
No, use that Bluetooth earphone and keep on doing your chores.
Only 1 hour to prepare myself and then get it.
Yeah, that is a limitation, of course, yes.
So instead of 5:30, 5 to 6. At least we could have a staff. We can go for 5 to 6.
Yeah, this is something that we are also planning. Maybe we can swap the English and Hindi sessions. But it may not be conducive to others, it may be conducive to some, but that can be planned.
One time we can have that.
Yeah. Alternate. Yes. At least people who have odd timings can attend. That can be thought of.
Bhaiya, yearly we have 4, na?
Yeah.
So 2 can be 5:30
Yeah.
to 6:30
Yes,
for
yes,
English and
yes.
2
That we can do. This is something that we'll propose in the admin meeting. Yes, that we can do. So nice exploration. Let us go for break now.
Yeah, break bhaiya.
Yeah.
2 hours. Let's get back by 11:20 sharp.
11:20.